Jcoop made the track, so you know it slaps.
Dave got it, man. And I'm here today with just a conversation. You know, it's something different I'm trying. And I was honored to bring my first guest on this today, my uncle, which is taught me a lot. So we're gonna have a conversation. I'm gonna let you know who he is. He gonna tell you somewhat about him. And we're gonna introduce Jcoop on the track.
What's the deal? What's up, nephew?
What's up,
Can't call it.
Can't call it.
Nah.
So the reason why it was so therapeutic for me to have you at this type of setting like what we on today is more that this bring peace to me. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for
It's a
sure.
peace. It's really peace. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
But for them out there that don't know you, tell them a little bit background about you and what you do.
Shit, well, background, I'm from Kansas City. Check the attire. Um, I've been pretty much in the music for like since since I got out of high school, but I really like started taking that shit serious like around 20 uh like 20 2006. Right after
2006.
I had my
Oh no, you good? Yeah.
right after I had
Monaco shot.
right
Yeah,
after
all
I
that.
had
All
my
that.
daughter. No, yeah, right after I had my daughter. So I started trying to like really learn like everything that go into like producing and engineering and everything like that. So
You said in 2006.
yeah.
2006 was such a different time of creating music then from now. How was it when you first got in the door? Let's take it back to '06. When you first start messing around, what was you on? Fruity Loops or something? What was you on?
Yeah, I was on FL, so like everybody, I got the crack version. So I got the, not the paid for,
Mm-hmm.
but you gotta learn once you start getting more knowledge of like how to work that program, you got to learn how to install these kits and all of this stuff. So back then, everything was like just learning, like learning how to make chords, learning how to, melodies, learning like rhythm. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like what's gonna catch people ear? Because back then, like shit, if you ask me back then, it was easier. It was
Oh,
easier to make music back then. Now it's like it's not hard, but it's a lot of competition. Oh yes,
yeah.
sir.
We're gonna do a cheers. Cheers to the new
Already
show episode
number
for
one
for the healing.
in
For
them
the healing.
cheeks. But
Yeah.
back
So it was
then,
you said it was easier back then.
yeah, I mean it was. I would say it was easier now that we in a whole nother time because like you had like the Lex Luger wave,
That
um,
was far.
like just those different type of sounds, like trying to be different. You know what I'm saying? Now, right now, like everybody trying to be different, but it's a lot of similarities when it comes to like producing and stuff. Like most of the music you hear now, it's a similarity
Mm-hmm.
from just back then and now. Cause like I said, they doing samples and everything like that. So, back then it was a little bit more easier to get
Okay, so
into it.
it's '06. You got Fruity Loops. What is your goal of you? Are you saying at this time, hey, I wanna make beats, or I want to be a producer, or what is your goal with you in that at
At
that
first,
time?
at first it was me wanting to make beats, me wanting to learn how to make just beats,
Mm-hmm.
just something you can nod your head to,
Yeah,
right? And then once you start getting knowledge of making beats, now it's like, oh shit, I want to learn how to make beats that can be songs now.
yeah.
So it's like a whole, stepping stool. You got to learn this first before you learn this first before you learn this first. Because after the beats, now I'm like, man, shit, I want to engineer. Matter of fact, I don't know if you know this, I engineered Q uh Gotta Stay Focused, like his second mixtape. I
Mm.
engineered all of that shit.
I
Like
think I do remember. I think I
because it was
remember
on my
you.
Mac, because I had that white Mac and I was on GarageBand
Yeah.
and I did all of that shit on there. So that was me trying to learn the engineer part because in my head I already had the beats
Mm-hmm.
down, but I didn't have like the knowledge of like putting it together,
Mm-hmm.
as you could say. because the arrangement. So I'm still at that point when I was engineering. I'm still trying to figure out, man, how they arrange these beats. Where do the intro start? Where do the hook start? Where do the chords? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm learning. So as I'm learning that, I'm trying to learn how to engineer too.
Is that because you said Garage Band? Is that different from Fruity Loops, or is that all on the
It's
same server? Like, what is that?
it's in the same
It's like
unit.
a same server type
Yeah,
of
so
deal.
it's just a different DWA. It's a different DAW. So it's a
A different
different
dialogue.
digital workshop station, or if I said that right, workshop.
But that's a studio. They both
It's you
studio.
still can record in there and
All right.
all that,
I just was making
because
sure I wasn't confused. Okay.
major artists, some of them still recording that. You got GarageBand, Reasons, Logic,
Oh yeah, Logic showed. He say that
a
all the
couple
time.
more.
Yeah.
I forgot the one that started with an A, but yeah, then you got Fruity Loops, Pro Tools. So like they all under the same thing. It's just your preference of which you want to use. I've been using Fruity Loops for a long ass time, so that's just what I
What you go
what
to?
I go to.
Exactly. Okay, so you making these beats back then. You using these different apps. When was it that you felt like you kind of had it, or you was getting a hold of to what you was wanting to do with moving towards that?
Mm, I would say about, because it was on and off for me, right? Because like at one point I was going so hard, but like I I stepped back a little bit because your mind gets so much into it. It's like, damn, you feel overwhelmed. So I had to kind of like back up some and go back to learning this shit again.
Mm-hmm.
But like when I really was like in there, I would have to say like 2013. Like me like understanding and getting it now. Like, oh, this is how they do this type of roll. This is where the 808s bounce. This is where the rhythm of the music. Don't put too much sounds in the verse, because you know what I'm saying. I'm starting to learn all of this shit one by one. So, but 2013, yeah, I probably was like going hard. I'm talking about like, nigga, ask my girl up late at night. Like I'm on the computer. Like
How many beats have you made in like a day?
a day, probably like back then. I probably did about shit in a day. So me, I gotta be in a vibe. Like I wouldn't say a day. So I say like if it's a day, it's probably gonna be like 2 or 3 a day.
Mm-hmm.
Because back then I was trying to pop out 5 to 7
A
back
day.
then a day.
Yeah.
But I got a family, I gotta work, I gotta do all this stuff and take,
But did
on
you
this
ever
side.
feel like during any of that time, you trying to push 5 or 7 beats out a day, that you might miss that one beat by not putting in that much time? Like if you would
Mm,
take a full day to make 3 or 4 beats, imagine what you would do with one beat with all that creativity through each beat. Did you ever have
yeah.
them thoughts like, maybe I need to focus more on the beat, or you just like, that's just what
So
you love so much, it just was
like
natural.
in that sense, like I let's say like, okay, in a day, I'll start making a beat.
Mm-hmm.
Like I get like a blueprint or a structure for it. Like not done.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll just be like, all right, I'm tired of hearing this. Let me make something else.
Got
So I'll make like those type of beats, like 4 or 5 of those, and then maybe the next day I'll come back and be like, damn, let me go ahead and finish this. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't want to drain my mind power. Like, man, let me figure this out, or let me push through and make it, garbage or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
No.
saying?
No. Definitely
But
understand that.
I wanted it to sound good. I wanted it to feel organic. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I'll make 5 or 6. Depending on out of them 5 or 6, I might uh finish 2,
Yeah.
right?
These
And then go back to them.
and that's what I was gonna say. So these days, is it that same process though? Like that?
Uh
Or you just like,
I mean, yeah, in a sense,
in a
because
sense, yeah.
like I said, I don't want to overdrive my brain,
It makes
because
sense. It makes sense. I
because
do the
if I
same
keep
thing.
trying to I mean, I'm not most producers. Like I'm different. Everybody that do music is different. Like they got their process. Like me, like where I'm at right now, it's like shit. I might cook up 2 or 3 beats and then just
Yeah.
chill for the rest of the day, then go back to it, because I want it to feel like, dang, man, I need to finish this mug. Like just go back and play it and be like, oh yeah, I'm about to finish this hoe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's pretty much the same process. Like
What's the longest it ever took you to come back to a beat? Like you might have stopped something, and you might have even forgot about it, and
yeah,
it's been a minute
hey,
later.
you know what's so funny? I actually went through my computer and went through all the beats that I need to finish. I got like 20 some beats I need to finish. But they like patterned out. I'm talking about just like mixing and getting the extra stuff in there. So I mean, I go back to it, just going
I
back.
do that a lot. I got like 10 vlogs already done on my
Yeah,
phone. Did I just
but
like I had some
but
sort of
I can just take my time with it because like I'm not in no rush. Like you know what I'm saying. So
but that's the best part of being in control of your creativity.
yeah, I'm
You
not
know
in
what
no
I'm saying?
rush.
So that's why another thing I was gonna ask is like having that type of career as short term. What is the goal? Because like I mean, yeah, of course you want the hottest rapper to get this beat. Y'all
Yeah,
win a
for sure.
Grammy off this beat. You know what I'm saying? But if you going through rates, say if you making 7 beats a day, that's 49 songs, 49 beats a week. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's a passion for it, but what be the short term goal of like? Is it like let me get this out to the locals? Um, I wanna put this here, or like is the goal just like it's not really a goal because it's just like what you doing?
Uh, short term, yeah, it would be to get noticed. Like so, that's local artists, businesses if they want to use the beat for like they promotion on their business, to put in a video or a vlog or whatever. So mainly it's really just getting out there to the local scene and catching a buzz that way, and still trying to hit the mainstream and give the emails out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, short term, that's what it is. Long term, shit, I'm trying to tap in everywhere. Long term, nigga, major labels, shit, A&Rs, promoters, shit, engineers, like all of that. So, but you gotta start here in order to get up
In
here.
order to get there, and we was talking about that last night, but like I was telling
And
you,
it's a
with
journey.
you
It ain't no overnight shit.
exactly, but like I was telling you last night, with you and Speedway been doing this shit for a decade plus. Y'all got the big Santa bag behind y'all
Yeah,
of when time come, hey look, I got receipts.
yeah,
You know
for
what I'm saying?
sure.
Which beat you want to hear? What song with you
Yeah,
like 2009 or 2008 or you
yeah,
know what I'm saying? And y'all can go in y'all bag and find it that way. And that's what's better than I feel like having that one hit and nothing else. You know, a lot of
yeah,
niggas make one hit,
yeah.
nothing else. You know, because they
I
wasn't ready.
yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
why I said like I said, I got 20, like 20 plus just waiting for me to get in there and finish it up. And
Have you ever had somebody steal one of your beats? Has that ever
nah,
happened? No,
nah,
no.
nah, cause like I said, through the learning process, you learn like I tag my beats, all of them.
Mhm.
Like I don't care. I tag them unless we going to where you like, hey, I need you to take that beat off. Then we can negotiate because I still want my credit for that because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
produced it.
definitely.
Like you're not going to side check me thinking that I don't know what I'm talking about or what I'm doing. But
Exactly.
like I said, I tag all my beats, so if I do hear it, I know where it come from. And when you make your beat, it actually keep data in the Fruity
System
Loops to show this beat was
was
created
created
this day, this
at this
year,
time.
at this
Yep.
time. You know what I'm saying?
It's just how
So,
my vlogs
but
used
nah,
to.
that ain't never happened.
That ain't never happened. Gotcha.
Not saying it won't, but shit, right now it ain't never happened.
What's the hardest thing about being what do I call you? A producer, engineer? What is the title? Because you're kind of so diverse with that
Uh,
technology stuff.
I would just say a producer because I had stopped engineering for a little bit to focus more on making beats. But now I'm like, I can engineer. Don't get it wrong. I can record you. I can make you sound good, but I'm still learning. Just like I'm still learning beats because the trends change every year. The trends is different. So engineering, like I'm trying to get more in tune with that now. But like, I don't know. You just call me what you want. You call me producer. Call me engineer. Call me whatever.
What's the hardest thing about doing that?
Time,
Tom?
cause everything like that's the only thing you can't get back. So I tell everybody like if you want me to record you, man, like I live right here. So if you need me to pull up, you gotta be on your shit. Like Cause one thing I can't get back is time. Time for my family, time for my kids. You know what I'm saying? So time,
That's why I
like,
record mine.
that's
why I
you
record
feel me?
mine.
I'm like, shit, I mean,
I do.
time,
Honestly,
bro. That's the only
that's why I
thing. Like,
record
if
mine.
you wasting my time, then you know it's all for none. Cause you just BSing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I definitely understand that. Who would be, say, if you could sign with industry label came to you like, hey man, we need a beat producer type of guy, A&R type of guy. Who would you like, partnership with?
I wouldn't do. I wouldn't really do a label deal. I'd do a publishing deal.
So what's the difference between publishing and doing a label deal?
Uh, well, I wouldn't do a label deal. Um, I might be wrong on some notes, but a label they kind of like tell you like we need these amount of beats. We need you to, send these out. I mean, they'll help you because the label behind you, of course, right? And they trying to, help get your sound out there in a sense. And if you got a studio, they'll probably come tell artists to pull up or whatever, whatever. But like they kind of like run you in a sense to where if you get a publishing deal, it's like, hey, you give me pub, here they come. You give me pub, then shit, you can split it. You
Yeah.
know, you 60-40, 50-50, that type of deal, and you still got ownership over a majority of your stuff. So
Okay. No, tell them where can they get up at you? Where can they get up at you at?
IG, Facebook, Snapchat, Jcoop on the track, JCOOPONKC on all social platforms.
And a lot of people don't know that you is a Kansas City engineer. A lot of people think because he live in Arkansas that it's far distance. All you gotta do is hit him on the IG wherever in the DM. His name on there now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He
tap
is a
in,
Kansas City engineer.
tap
So
in. Born and
make sure
raised,
y'all tap in.
born and raised on the fourth.
And we got more to come. Tap in with In the Coop. That's gonna be dropping soon. On got his own vlog.
In the four, from the four,
Hey, no, listen.
43rd,
What? No,
43rd and
no, time
Cleveland.
out. What's up with the vlog? Are you
Oh
thinking
yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
jumping
I'm
into the
thinking.
vlogging game or
I'm thinking
what?
about jumping into the vlog game
You see
for
me
real,
and
man.
Speeds, we going.
Nah,
Speeds
for
really
real.
been going crazy with his editing.
I've been looking. So
Yeah.
I told myself 2024 I'm gonna try to make some YouTube content. So some more YouTube content because I already got a YouTube channel with a couple beats on there too. So
Okay, well, make sure y'all tap in, man. It's a wrap. It's a
Jcoop
wrap.
made the track so you
Coop
know it's.
in the coop. Yeah, we